Corbin wildlife.
And it's a boat and a parrot and coquelicot we see already. And it's a goat behind.
And we're gonna start the tour now, and we have Michael.
So I'm the tour guide today, so we could go ahead and continue.
Okay, nice. Well, we could go ahead and walk in.
So welcome to Corbin Local Wildlife Park, and I hope you enjoy the tour with us.
Thanks.
Look at 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so the parrot tend to love people, so most of the time when people come, they just start to make noise. So don't be too alarmed when they start going off.
So,
again, the pet stores don't normally tell people the turtles get this big. Okay. So when they get big like this, people normally release them into the wild. And these guys are a lot bigger and more aggressive than our local ones. So sadly, these guys go and kill our local turtles.
Oh, okay.
So we are warning people about buying them and releasing them. If you have them, try to keep them for as long as possible.
I have like a million pictures on my phone already.
I think here at the park we try to give information on the animals. Try to give as much information as possible because a lot of people don't know about what we have here on the islands locally. Now the coquelicot, I learned this recently. The name coquelicot that we normally call the animal is actually a local name. That's not the actual name for the coquelicot. So the actual name for the coquelicot is the rufous vented shakalaka.
Okay.
Rufous vented shakalaka.
So you can understand why
Yeah.
The camera down there.
Right, so one last thing before we move on from this enclosure. With the parrots now, it's a good thing you notice that. So normally in the wild you see parrots in pairs. It's always in pairs. And you see them in pairs here as well.
Yeah.
The reason for that is because parrots do the same thing humans do. They get married.
Oh, okay.
So if you see them in pairs, that's their husband or that's their wife. And these birds do something very special. They mate for life.
Oh, okay.
Now they take it extremely seriously. I would say these animals are a lot more committed than us humans. So right now, we have a very low wildlife population in Tobago. It is so bad that some of the animals have actually been hunted to extinction on the island. So some of the animals have disappeared completely.
What animals are those?
So that's the Moroccois, the land turtles.
Right.
We no longer have them in Tobago. The quenks, which we call the wild hog.
Wild hog, yeah.
They are gone.
You used to have those in Tobago?
We used to have them running around.
Okay.
And they disappeared recently because the last time any of them was spotted was about 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh.
And none have been spotted since. We used to have deer in Tobago. The deers are gone. They hunted those out. And a lot of animals, they're almost gone. Right, so this one here is actually a recent rescue. If you look closely, he's actually missing one of his back legs.
Oh.
So we're not sure if he was caught in a trap or if a dog caught him, but he was in a very bad state when he came here. He has recovered a lot, so soon we'll be putting him with the other booties.
Okay.
So Damo, this is not the only one?
Yeah. So I normally bring people to see this one because the goodies are very quick and shy. So this is probably the closest you'll get to a goodie. Yeah, so this is one of our man-made ponds.
Guys, step over. Hello.
Yeah, that's some water here. Come here.
Let's really bring out our boots, Daddy.
They are quite concerned, Dad.
What is that boat?
No? I thought up here.
One more.
So this is one of our man-made.
Oh, it's that. I think it's a new one.
Maniku.
Yeah.
Kai, look. Maniku. Maniku.
Oh, look at the maniku, man.
Where?
Oh.
Right, so the maniku are nocturnal. So he was sleeping under there. So we kind of angry, I wake him up.
Yeah. That'll be me when mommy and them wake me up.
Yeah. I think that'll be like you all the time, yes?
And take off the thing. Is that one in there too?
No. We have some up here.
So that what I want us for up there. Tell us.
So these guys are
That
actually...
is the baby guys.
Yeah, that is the babies there. On the poster. So these guys, I would say, are one of the most important animals we have in Trinidad and Tobago.
And they
They are actually our #1 scavengers in the forest. And because of their job or role in the forest, we like to call them the garbage man of the forest. Because they clean the forest floor by eating any and everything they come across. Rotting fruits, dead animals, they eat that. They say if somebody was to die in the forest and we don't find the body in time, this animal starts eating it. Yeah. So because of that, I try to encourage people not to eat these animals because they love to eat them. Because
Anybody
these
love to
animals
eat
are
them?
packed full of germs. Yeah, they're packed full of germs and bacteria.
Oh, there's beer in there? Turtle.
Right.
Oh, turtle.
So these are two of our local varieties of turtles. Put all this one if you want.
Well, I have my phone.
And you have one hand.
Which one is the one where we catch up yours at Santa Cruz? That
And
long one.
Marcoy.
I don't know. We're going to learn it two different types. I never see this one before.
Yeah.
I think this is not the one we just always see.
Yeah, this one you see a lot.
Yeah.
This one is called the gallop.
Uh-huh.
And this one is the scorpion mud turtle.
I never see this one. And this local?
Yeah, this local. Now the reason why these guys are very hard to see is because they like to bury themselves.
Oh.
You normally find them under leaves or buried in mud.
Look.
Now, for some reason, these guys like to be in drains.
Yeah.
People see these guys a lot in drains.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know why
see
they
them a
like
lot.
drains so much. Or in your house or close to your house, is because there are rats in your house. So they smell the rats and they come to eat the rats. Then come to bother you.
Where are the other one? I got the picture.
Now,
And-
sadly, here in Tobago, the only problem we had was people killing the snakes. But now, people are starting to eat them. Yeah. So, the boars especially because they have a lot of meat. So they would curry them, stew them, anyway. And the funny thing is that the boars are actually not very aggressive. They only try to attack you if you interfere with them.
Take a picture.
Come, I'll take a picture. Walk up and...
My hand breaks so
Right, so before I give you to one, if you look closely to his eyes.
blind.
No, she's not blind. So normally, right before they're ready to shed, a protective film comes over their eyes. So when the skin is coming off, it wouldn't affect the eyes or irritate the eyes or anything. So that film is going to come off when the skin sheds
I
as well.
want to put my hand by mouth, but no.
No, don't put your hand by mouth. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
So one other thing is, if you look from here, go back, notice there's a scar.
Yeah.
So this one was a rescue as well.
Oh.
We rescued her a couple of years back and sadly, she was run over by a car. So all the way come back was just flesh.
Oh, shock.
And we actually did not expect her to survive, but she pulled through. The only thing is, the reason we have to separate from the other boars, she has a breathing problem now because of the injury.
Oh.
So every once in a while she would wheeze like she has asthma. So because of that, we have to keep her from these guys. Because every once in a while the snakes like to wrap up for heat. And we are a bit afraid if they wrap up with her, she might suffocate. So this is one of the animals we wouldn't be able to release. So she's going to be a part of the family until whenever. Right, now who wants to hold her?
You? That's what we... One giraffe?
She would move a little bit just to get comfortable. But she wouldn't try to do anything.
She done already.
And you can hold her back.
She's scared.
And just put your hand a little higher. A little more up. A little bit more away. Like this.
So we in Corbin Wildlife Park. And Michael going so far Michael has given us a very, very, very good tour. I'd recommend this place anytime you all come in Tobago.
Like that?
Yeah.
And Kyle is gonna hold the snake.
So do the squeeze. Right there. I think right. That's good. She's gonna move a little bit. That's just so getting comfortable. Well, this is the snake that we normally use when we're handling with people. And she has a bit of weight to her. Yes, it's riding on the jersey. So even if it's a little bit, they grow. And then they have to change the skin because the skin is not big enough to hold them anymore.
You were going to touch it, Nathan? Touch it, touch it, man.
Soft tails.
Yeah, soft.
Two adults and two babies. And that's because we really said. So again, when we get a certain amount of them in here, we release them.
What in there? Are more turtles?
Now, there's only water in here, so this is where they would come and drink. No, I believe that are extremely clean and healthy animals. So these animals are so clean that you would actually see them coming and washing their food.
Oh, before eating?
Yeah, before eating. And they are so healthy that they only eat fruits and vegetables. So fruits, vegetables, and they love ground provision. Now, because they are so healthy, a lot of farmers hate them.
Oh, they go eat all them.
Especially farmers who planted cassava. And the reason for that is because again these animals are incredibly smart. So they know that the cassava is root. So they would come, pick up the cassava roots and leave the stem standing. So when you come to harvest your cassava, nothing there.
They're good. They leave the stem standing.
Person walk about a bit and look around and see and see planting. Now they don't distribute seeds like most animals. So they know most animals will distribute seeds by themselves. These animals have a special name. So they are technically giant. Now all rodents have one thing in common. The four main teeth in the front of their mouth grow the same way our fingernails grow. So it doesn't stop growing. That's why if you have rats in your house, they're biting up on your books and your cupboards. It's to file along the teeth. Yes. Now these guys, they live in the forest, so they don't have books and cupboards to chew on. So they would chew on any other hard stuff they could find. Like logs, fruit seeds, coconut shells, those kind of stuff. Now if they have fruit seeds and other shells and so on left back, and the day is getting dark or the day is about to over, they would bury them. Now they're very greedy animals. They would bury them to hide them from other good things.
That's like you.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the next one?
The baby, you run away. Think faster.
Them don't have a tracker. They don't have a tracker.
Let me take one more.
Mat. That is a mat.
Is that much here?
So it's a one down there.
Sally Painter.
Oh, so that one is corner?
Yeah, myself I was going there.
So these animals have about 3 different names. In
Kill 'em,
Tobago we call them the Sally Painter, in Trinidad they call them the Mat. But more internationally, they're known as the Golden Tegu.
Them?
There you see
How
it.
much is that?
To your right.
Right now.
Yeah.
I want to
You
take a
passing
picture.
car squirrels.
I should go on.
Ocelot.
Oh,
Ocelot. Ocelot. Look at right there in the corner.
Oh, there's that big one.
Ocelot. First time I seen ocelot.
and real.
Yes.
Big. Local ocelot. Oh, he keep coming out. Oh, you are nice.
Boy.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Ada again, is it?
That about big worm.
Yeah. You done so much potato chicken.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So what do you think about the tour so far?
At night.
Yeah. Well, I recommend people come in here.
Yes. That's the first time I actually saw that before. Look, this girl is just over there. So it's actually.
Yeah, he's a genie. Now, I don't know if you noticed it, but when he turns around again, look behind his ears. You'll see some white dots
Yeah.
on each ear. So all jungle cats have that, even tigers. Now that is actually, in case a predator comes up behind them, it would look like eyes.
Okay.
So the predator would hesitate
As
before
I
it
did
attacks them.
especially behind the eye. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that male?
Yeah, so this one is a male.
I thought it was his skeleton.
But you forgot to walk
It's big because you one in the zoo, I think smaller than that one.
Yeah, somebody told me that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he old now, because we looked him this size.
I saw the usher. I can't even remember his name. And
The schools on top and the one is in the coconut on the ground. Nah, you can't come in.
You can come in.
Tell you why. Just like.
yes, we started a script.
Not really that. Right, so again, we have two different animals in here. We have the squirrels up on top, the red tailed squirrels, and then we have the tattoo or the armadillo underneath. So before I go to the armadillo, because the armadillos are nocturnal, so I'll have to wake them up. The squirrels now, we are lucky to have squirrels in Tobago still. They were all hunted off of the island. Back in the days of the cocoa plantation, these guys were the #1 pets.
Oh.
So about a week or two before the cocoa ready to harvest, the squirrels come make a hole and take everything from it.
Oh, shit.
So, and back then, cocoa was our country's main way of trade.
Right.
So the government got angry and they started paying farmers to hunt the squirrels. So you bring back a squirrel tail and spook, you kill one, and they pay you in bullets to go and kill more. And back then, there's some guppies in there. Oh, you seen him? Yeah, they're inside of here.
Mm. Mm. The cute boy.
I want to touch one with I want to ah, big tail.
Like you sleep together for the warmth. Keep going back in.
One went back in there.
And what you all feed them?
So we normally feed them dog chow,
You can know
sardines, eggs.
there's normally eat worms.
Yeah.
That could be hard to get.
And every once in a while we pick up like the piles of leaves and
Right, yeah, it might have.
rotten stuff and throw it in here for them. And they eat the insects that are in it.
Let's eat the worms. It's cool. See, let's not be one and find worms.
Okay. And we also put the termite nest in there.
Right, yeah,
They
right.
love the termites. A lot of people in the country do not know this about this animal. Now, this is actually the most sought after and expensive wild meat in Trinidad and Tobago. Now it is extremely dangerous to eat them. These animals carry leprosy.
Leprosy, yeah.
And you told me that long time, Daddy.
Yeah.
So normally it is more dangerous for the hunters because those are the ones dealing with the fresh blood. So if they happen to cut themselves or if they have a cut before they deal with the animal, their blood to mix with the hunter's blood, a high chance of them getting leprosy. Now if this animal is not cooked or cleaned properly, you can get leprosy from eating them. But he's carrying the leaves inside.
Oh, let's look when they roll up.
Look.
Yeah, so this is how they put stuff inside of their hole.
Let one come and see you.
Now, if the animal is not cooked and cleaned properly as well and you eat it, you can get leprosy as well. So we always try to warn people about that.
Yeah. Sweet tattoo taking some leaves back into his burrow. Look, keep pushing it back now. Look. Push! If you realize it's too much. Look, you get it. You get 18. Yeah.
That one's looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the yellow-footed Morocco, or you could call them the yellow-footed tortoise.
He's coming for you.
He gone.
He's coming.
Alright.
Them things that bite bad, you know. They hold on your finger.
Nathan, he's coming for you.
No, he isn't.
He's turning around to come for you.
He's stuck in a traffic jam.
Some of them sometimes. You will just pass and empty. You see the butterfly sometimes. It's flying above.
We now finish the little tour with in
Corbin.
Corbin Wildlife Park.
We think you should check it out if you come to Tobago. And it was nice. Michael did a good job of showing us.
Michael want to say. Michael want to say anything.
Well, it's really fun.
We just want to say thanks, Michael. We had a really good time, the Rockin' Fishing Boys. We will list the number for anybody coming across. We really appreciate the tour. And I think Corbin doing a very, very good job trying to conserve the wildlife in Tobago. And it looked like they spent a lot of time. It's a costly event. So they have a lot of donations. And I think you all have some pet photo contests coming up as well too.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
we are a part of a coalition that is working on, well, ending the illegal wildlife trade of Trinidad and Tobago. So they do have a competition coming up where you can take pictures of a large variety of the wildlife in Tobago and you'll get a prize at the end. So you could join in that if you want.
Yeah, so most likely we'll enter that contest.
Yeah.
Alright, well thanks for everything again. Alright.
Yeah, no problem.
And one more for the
And we think you should come here at Corbin Wildlife Park.
alright.